Hello everyone, you are welcome to this class. So this is corrections to trigonometric ratios 2, which is has to do with finding angles. So we've looked at the one that we find size, but this one we want to look at finding angles. Now, if you look at the first question we have here, so the question says to calculate the size of angle X in this diagram here. So we want to calculate the size of angle X. So the first thing we need to do here is to label the size. So we need to label the size first. So the side that is facing angle 90 degrees hypotenuse. So which means this side here is hypotenuse H, while the side facing the angle we are considering, which is X, this is the opposite, while this is what is the adjacent. Now, so what we're going to look at is we have adjacent, we have hypotenuse. So adjacent and hypotenuse. So which of the so K and Twa has AH, and that is this one car, that is car. So in that case we are going to make use of what? Car to solve this. So we're going to say using car, so using car, so we're going to use car. So that means car is what? Cos theta cos x equals to adjacent over hypotenuse. All right, and what's our adjacent in this case is 4, and our hypotenuse is what? Is 5. So that means we're saying cos x equals to 4 over 5, which is going to give us 0.8. All right, so that means it is x we are looking for, not cos x. So that is x equals to arc cos 0.8. So to do that, so we make use of our fourth figure table. You can use your fourth figure table, or you make use of your calculator. So what you are going to press is you go to your calculator, since you are allowed to use calculator in this class. So you go to it, you go to second function. So when you go to second function, you then press cos, and to give you cos that will have raised to power minus 1 like this. So after that, you then put 0.8. So that gives you the answer. So in some calculator, you have to press the number first, which is 0.8. Like the one I'm using here, I'm going to press 0.8. All right, then I'll go to my list, I'll press second function, then I'll press cos to give me the answer straight. So that's going to give me 36.869. So that is 36.869. So but if you look at the answers we have here, we don't have 36.8. So we have 37, we have 38. So which means approximated to whole number. So that's what it means. So we are going to have it to be 37 degrees. I hope that is clear. So the answer is the first question, first option here. So that is that on that. So we move to the second question. So the second question, so we have this. Calculate the size of angle x correct to one decimal place. So the same thing here. We're going to label first. So we label the size first. So this is the opposite. This is the hypotenuse, and this is the what? Adjacent. So what we have here is O and H. O H. So that means it's going to be so. So in that case, we're going to have using so. That's in using so. Using so. We're making use of so, which is sine x equals to opposite all over hypotenuse. So our opposite in this case is 6.3, and our hypotenuse is 7.5. So that means we're saying sine x equals to, we then divide 6.3 divided by 7.5. That gives us 0.84. 0.84. So it is x we're looking for. The same thing, x will then be equal to arc sine 0.84. I hope I'm making sense. So the same thing we did the other time. So that's going to be x equals to, so we go to our calculator. So it depends on the calculation you're using. The first thing is press second function. So when you go to second function, you press second function, then the sign, and that gives us 57.14. 57 57.14011. 57.14001. So, but the question says to one decimal place, and to one decimal place we stop at 1. So the next digit after 1 is 4. So which means we round down, that's 57.1 degrees. So which is this option as well. I hope this is very clear. Okay, so move to the next question, number 3. Question 3. All right, sorry. We go to question 3 now. So question 3, sorry. So for question 3, so what we have is this. So calculate the size of angle x correct to 2 decimal places. Correct to 2 decimal places. So the same thing, we're going to do the same thing. This is the hypotenuse here, and this is the opposite, and this is the adjacent. So we have OA, and OA is what is under TOA. So which means we are making use of TOA. That is going to be tan x equals opposite over adjacent. And what is the opposite in this case? The opposite in this case is 45 mm, and the adjacent is what, 42. So we go to our calculator again. We do that 45 divided by 42. That will be 1 point something divided by 42. So that gives us 1.0714. So that is 1.0714. All right. Okay, good. So that is tan x. So it is x we are looking for. That will be x equals to arctan 1.0714. You go to your calculator. So what you're going to do is you press second function, then you press the arctan, so to give you your answer straight. So that gives 46.974. 46.974. So but the question asks us to round to 2 decimal places. So now to round this one to 2 decimal places, that will be 46.97. So that is this. How far are we moving? Okay. So question 4 now. Question 4. So we have this. Calculate the size of the angle x correct to the nearest whole number. To the nearest whole number. So the same thing, the same way. So this is going to be opposite, hypotenuse, adjacent. So it is O and H is what we have. That means we are using so. So that means sine x equals to 2.5 all over 4. All right. So that's going to be sine x equals to 2.5 divided by 4 divided by 4. So that gives 0.625. 0.625. That means x equals to arc sine 0.625. All right. So that means x. So we then find it using a calculator. We go to this. So press our second function. So that gives us 38.68. 38.68. But we are rounding to the nearest whole number. So to the nearest whole number here, is what, 39 degrees. So that is this here. So I hope that is clear right now. So we'll move to the next last question we have here. It is question 5. Question 5. All right. So question 5, the same thing. So this is the opposite. You check. Okay. This is the opposite. This is the hypotenuse, and this is the adjacent. This is also sine. All right. So this is also O and what, H. So that is sine x equals to O over H, and the O, that is 3 over 6. So that means sine x equals to 0.5. So therefore x equals to arc sine 0.5, and that means is 30 degrees, which is this here. So that is that on this. I hope you find this video useful and helpful. That's the correction. Please, if you have not subscribed to my channel, don't forget to subscribe. it's going to help you a lot if you subscribe. So we're going to meet in the next class tomorrow. Thank you. God bless you.